Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we're going to talk about Dershowitz and his theory on a case. I saw it last night. Now, if you don't know, Dershowitz is known for his wonderful legal takes. I am not a lawyer, but I have watched a lot of Matlock, and I have some questions about his proposed defense. It is his belief that the real strength that lies in a good defense there would be to suggest that, well, this cop had done this before, multiple times in fact, and nobody ceased to be. And therefore, that's kind of evidence that it wasn't the knee that did it, but rather Floyd's preconditions. Again, not a lawyer, but that doesn't make much sense to me. Normally, if something is true, you can take it out of the context it's being presented in and put it in something else very similar, and it would still be true. So I'm wondering what would happen if somebody walked around throwing rocks at people. And they did this dozens of times. And then all of a sudden, somebody ceased to be from it. Caught him in the head or something. Just right. Not a lawyer, but I'm pretty sure that's murder. Maybe that's just a fluke. Let's do it a different way. If somebody walks around poking people and does it dozens of times, and everybody makes it, but on the 28th time, well, that person, they have a clotting issue, and they cease to be. I'm pretty sure that's still murder. This doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. And what's funny is that one of y'all actually sent me a lengthy message predicting this exact defense. And I apologize, I was obviously wrong, but I was like, there's no way they would do that. Nobody's that bad at their job. I was wrong. Problem is, I couldn't go back and find all of the wonderful research that had been included in that message because I couldn't remember what platform it came in on. But what I do remember was reference to something called a skull-egg theory. And what this basically boils down to, and from what I remember, it's only often used in personal injury, but basically victims are a used car lot. There's no warranty. They come as is, as you found them. And if you get a lemon, well, that's just on you. I don't think this is a strong defense, but again, I'm not a lawyer. He goes on to suggest, in a different part of this interview, that it's some grave constitutional injustice for there not to be a change of venue. That the trial really should be held somewhere else because people in the area, well, they had an event near them because of this incident. Something happened out in the streets. And because of that, it needs to be held in a more rural area by Dershowitz's thinking here. Okay, I don't know if you can tell, but I live in a pretty rural area. Like, so rural that if I was to go build a 10-foot fence, I don't need a permit. If I was to build a pond, I don't need a permit. I'm an hour from a Starbucks. Don't have city water. The nearest town to me has less than 5,000 people in it. There was a march there up Main Street with more than 100 people in it. Here, in the South, I don't know that you're going to find a place in the United States where there was not some event. In fact, I'm fairly certain that this footage sparked events on other continents. it seems to me like he wants to move it to a rural area because, well, there's more white folk. I mean, that seems like the logical reason for that to me. I could be wrong. I'm not a lawyer. But as not a lawyer, I would also suggest that it may not be in the defense's best interest to teach the jury too much about the concept of due process. You know, the idea that before anybody should face any kind of punishment, they should have a fair trial. That may not be a good move. Certainly a bold legal strategy. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.